I'm Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Every relationship is different, and every breakup is different. Work with me, and you'll get professional help on your situation. Just click on the link in the description below, or go to my website, askcraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Kenneth, and in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about ultimatums never work. So, I don't know if you're still with your partner right now or you're going through a breakup, but I can tell you, one of the things that can often lead to a breakup is giving a partner an ultimatum. And you may have been in a position where you felt like you were in total control and you had all the power, or you could get the person to do what you wanted, so you gave them an ultimatum. You thought that you had them right here. You give them that ultimatum, and you will watch somebody walk a lot quicker than you thought they were ever capable of doing. So the thing about an ultimatum is, whether you're going through a breakup now, or to keep this in mind for any future relationships, is that the person that is giving the ultimatum is really in the position of weakness. Okay? Think about it. If I tell you you have to do something in order to make me happy, if I was really in the position of the power, I wouldn't have to put that demand on you. Does that make sense? Like, I'm coming from a position of weakness by trying to get you to do what I want. And so if you come from this position of, you have to do this, otherwise, we're done, then that just shows you don't have any power, because if you really had power, you wouldn't have to say that to the person to get them to do something, right? It's not a healthy thing to ever try in a relationship, and I can tell you it's going to blow up in your face if you do. And, ultimatums is something that I've considered really talking about before, and this was a good email that I got today that's going to show you that, listen, doesn't matter how long you've been with somebody, you give somebody an ultimatum, it's going to set off this anger inside them. It's going to make them feel like they have to walk away, or they almost have to do the opposite, because human beings just have this innate desire to be free. We don't like to be told what to do, and when we often rebel, right? If we're told, you can't do that, that's what we want to do. So, if you're trying to say to somebody, you have to do this, or this is going to happen, the person's often like, well, I guess that's going to happen then, because I ain't doing it. So, guys, never, ever, ever take the position of an ultimatum. And I know a lot of you guys that maybe have been abusive to your partners in the past have given ultimatums. Those of you that may have grown up in really difficult childhoods, been in difficult home life situations in your childhood, you learned to be controlling and manipulative. You thought an ultimatum could get you what you want. Not gonna work. It's not gonna work for you, okay? So, here is the situation for this email. We have a couple that have been together for over 20 years. And they have kids together. They're married, okay? And I asked her to tell me a little bit about her husband and the situation. Well, she said he had originally come from Europe when he was a teenager. His parents are very cold and standoffish. So she told me a little bit about the relationship, and she said they've been married for 20 years, over 20 years, and it had a typical bruises and bumps and growing pains along the way, but they've always stayed together. Now, she says around 6 months ago, he started to become distant. He started communicating less, focused more on his work and hobbies than the family. She said he was very stressed and irritable towards myself and the kids. So things started to go downhill. And doesn't seem like a very happy, friendly guy. I mean, sometimes when you're in that situation, and you're not getting along with your wife, it's one thing, but he's also taking it out on the kids. So what's going on with him? I don't know. Tough to figure out what's going on there. She said whenever I tried to arrange to get together, he was always too busy. So he's making excuses, and she sounds like she's reaching out, trying to make time with him, getting more and more frustrated over the time. She said Super Bowl Sunday, he announced last minute that he was going to a party. I got mad because he's not even a football fan. He never spends any time with me, but will drop everything to be with friends. I said, if you go, don't come back. Anybody want to take a guess as to what happened? He went, and he didn't come back. He's been staying with his parents in another town for the past month. So there you have it. 20 years, over 20 years they've been together. Now, granted, they've been having some tough times, so who's to say what he would have done if things were going well between them, but he probably would have done the same thing. But tough situation when your relationship starts to fall apart like this, and it feels like there's nothing you can do. So she thought she could give him an ultimatum. Didn't work. When they broke up, she was crying, blubbering, promising that she would change, paying more attention to him, saying, I'll be more attentive and listen to your problems. I'll be a better wife. Sent countless texts and emails, which she received no response. She can't sleep. She can't focus. She's lost a lot of weight. She's a complete wreck, and she feels like she's dying. How many of you guys out there feel like that right now? You are not alone, I can tell you that. Very, very normal to feel like that when you're going through any kind of breakup, whether it be 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, or 20 years. It all hurts. And it's rough because you've got kids with this guy, and he's coming by to see the kids. Now at first, he was only going by when she wasn't there. Now he's starting to go by when she is there, recently, very recently. But he told her that he met with a divorce lawyer and plans to file in a few weeks. I can only imagine how scary and out of control you must feel, like he has all the power in this situation. Kind of like how you felt when you gave him that ultimatum. But now he's looking at divorce lawyers, and it's possible he could change his mind. You're going to have to see how it plays out a little bit longer here. She said she didn't freak out and told him that she loved him and didn't want a divorce. We had a nice, calm conversation. He denies there being another woman, which was my first thought. He gave me a hug and said he would visit me again this coming week, but I fear it'll be the same discussion about divorce plans. Now, I definitely suspect there could be another woman, and though he told her there is none, I'm not buying it. There's no evidence either way for this situation, but I would say I would definitely keep that in mind as a possibility for this situation. I would not be surprised whatsoever if there was another woman, maybe somebody he works with, and she's been flirting with him at work for a long time. He's been trying to ignore it, but now he's finally just fed up, and the ultimatum gave him an excuse to finally walk away. So I asked her what the problems were in the relationship between them, and he told her that we have nothing in common. Once the kids are gone, we have no reason to be together. But their youngest child is still in elementary school, so he's still a long way off. He feels like he's alone when he's with me. We don't talk. We don't share any interests. He is lonely. Well, if that's true, you could understand why this guy wanted out. I mean, you guys have been together for 20 years. And if he's been like that for 20 years, or let's even say 10 years, why would he stick around? Right? Why would he want to continue to be unhappy in his relationship where he doesn't feel like you guys talk? He feels like he's alone with you. That's really powerful. Because the things that we want is to feel connected to somebody, right? That they're there for us. And if he's feeling lonely when he's with you, and he feels like he's alone when he's with you, that is a really, really terrible feeling. And I'm not sure how you're treating him or what your relationship is like. You didn't really give me any details in that regards, but I highly recommend that you watch my videos on communication to really improve yourself in that area, because he's telling you, I feel alone when I'm with you. You got to empathize with that, assuming he's being honest and sincere. She said, I have always made his interests a priority. I never fought or complained or tried to change or control him. He always had, well, until you did. He always had what he wanted, and I felt he deserved it for working hard and taking care of this family. She said she blundered with the no contact rule right from the start. Is it too late? Well, no, it's not too late to implement. I think in your situation, don't reach out to him unless it's regarding the kids and it's really a legitimate reason. Okay? Don't use the kids as an excuse. He's going to see right through it. She's nervous that if she stops communicating with him, he's going to think she doesn't care and file for a divorce. Well, I don't think that's the case for your situation, because you made it clear to him that you love him and you want to work it out. So he's not going to forget that. It's just a matter of, will it be enough for him to, reconsider? Obviously, he's been unhappy for a long time, and there's probably a lot of things on his mind about what he's unhappy about. And you guys have been together a very long time. You have kids together. You guys have been a family for over 2 decades. So you're going to really have to hammer things out if he gives you the opportunity. And he might not. Or maybe he won't for 6 months, 8 months. I see situations like this. You got 20 years under your belt. He might not come back right away. But that doesn't mean he won't eventually revisit the idea of eventually getting back with you. It could be. She wants to know if this is a midlife crisis. Well, it's possible. You don't really know what's going on with him unless he opens up and talks to you. And you're just going to have to wait for him to come to you to do that. So, in your situation, I would just only reach out with him for the kids and information about the kids. Don't make it about you two. Let him talk to you about on his terms when he's ready, and just understand that he may not want to continue a romantic relationship with you at this point, but there's a good chance at some point he will change his mind. But you're going to have to be patient with that, because like 20 years of unhappiness, 20 years together, who knows how many years he's been unhappy. Maybe he's been keeping this to himself for 15 years. I don't know. But don't use the kids as an excuse to contact him. He'll see right through that nonsense. Sometimes exes will do that, and then you're just like, it's so obvious that it's not about the kids. So don't do that. Give him some space and see if he wants to talk to you and communicate like an adult. In the meantime, work on your communication skills, so that way when he does, you don't blow up, you don't get angry, you don't throw things in his face, and then he just says, you know what, I'm done with this for good. So, if you want to get my help personally, go to my website, askcraig.net, sign up for the coaching option that works best for you. If you like the video, put a like on there, and be sure to subscribe to the channel, because I do post videos Monday through Friday. But that's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth, and I will talk with you soon.